All right, we have another pick and roll. This time Wiseman is not going to go trap Lillard. Instead, he's playing the standard Warriors pick and roll coverage, which has Curry fighting over the top of the screen, and Wiseman is just in contain mode. He's going to try to get a whole bunch of space here so that he has some time to react to the small driving at him, and Wiseman is just going to try to keep him away from the basket. And that really doesn't work out. He just runs right by Wiseman. I don't really know what you can do in this situation. Juan Toscano does kind of stunt and then try to recover and then Oubre, I don't think he does anything. So I guess in theory you could have Juan come help, and then Wiggins could sit over here and try to zone these two men. But I don't know, maybe the contested layup is actually the best possible outcome you can get out of this. Oh, but he fouls him for the and one. Okay, that is not the best possible outcome. Okay, this is another high pick and roll, this time with Looney, and it's still drop coverage. So Oubre is still going to fight over the top. Looney is containing. Oh, well, Looney ends up backing off anyway. Oubre fights not very close to McCollum on the fighting over the screen, and McCollum just launches that. And that is a pretty good shot. Oh, okay. I was wrong, or maybe Kelly was wrong. He, for some reason, decides, I thought he was going to fight over the screen so he could stay next to McCollum, but instead he fights under the screen, which gives all the space to McCollum to... Okay, we admit this is a pretty long three, but he is very capable of hitting this three. So I think that's a scouting report thing. Oubre just has to go over that screen and stay close to McCollum. Okay, another high pick and roll. I'm kind of afraid what's going to happen here. So at least Steph is fighting over the screen. Looney is here in drop, so he's going to try to contain the drive. But then you do give up this whole area here where someone could pull up. And that's what happens. Alright, well, there's just kind of a problem. You have to pick a scheme, and it always gives up something. It always looks bad when it fails, so you're playing drop, and then you have Lillard and McCollum, who are really good shooters, and they'll very happily walk into a three-pointer. Okay, another high pick and roll. Once again, you have the Warriors in drop, so Bazemore is fighting over the top, Paschall containing. That was a good fight over the screen, and, well, I mean, what are you going to do about that? That's a nice shot. Okay, Melo just gets an and one, posting up the entire team. We're gonna erase that from the highlights. Okay, this is an entry to the post. It's Carmelo, so I don't assume the ball's coming out. Okay. Okay, well, this is just torture. So Lillard is really good. He's just going to dribble by Wiggins, and so the question becomes, where did the help come from? Lillard goes by Wiggins, which is no knock on Wiggins. In today's day and age, you can't stop any good point guard from getting penetration like that one-on-one. Rotation here, and then Mulder alertly goes to cover this person's man because this player is saying, hey, my man left, I'm going to just cut baseline and get the sweet drop-off for the dunk. So far, so good. So the main problem, though, is that Mulder is covering this guy, so that probably is going to be a problem. Lillard with the really sweet-looking pass here. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do about that? So once Mulder is helping down low, then Damion Lee has to cover two guys here. And this pass is just too crisp. He just can't get there. Not bad. He almost gets there. If that pass was a little worse, he would have stopped that. This is a pretty sloppy-looking pick and roll. It looks like the Warriors are trying to ice this. So we have the Blazers look like they are screening this way. And it looks like Lillard wants to come this way. And so the Warriors are trying to use ice, which says, no, I deny you this screen. I'm not going to let you use the screen at all, forcing you to go this way. Oh, he does flip the screen. That was a pretty quick flip. So he actually turns and flips the angle of the screen, so he's going to nail Oubre at this back screen here. Nice play from Nurkic. So Wiseman has been in drop coverage, but he cannot handle Lillard one-on-one. I wonder if one of these guys is going to help. I don't know if Steph's going to rotate or not. I guess not. I don't know. At this point, you're kind of screwed. I guess maybe getting a contested layup is not the worst of all worlds here. Okay, this is basically pick and roll. I don't know why Oubre keeps on fighting under these screens. It looks like he might get away with it. And then we've got the big drop coverage. It kind of looks like he can just dribble right by the contain. This is not very containy. I think that dribble handoff threw everyone off. It wasn't a slow developing pick and roll. No? Okay, good cut. Alright, McCollum just mixes him up. Straight ISO. Damion just goes by. Oh, that's a pretty sweet find. Okay, as soon as Damion beats Paschall, someone on the Warriors is going to rotate. I think Draymond is the one who rotates. Okay. Okay. You see, there's a disagreement about who's rotating here. Oubre is in no man's land. I don't know what he's doing here. Draymond is rotating to meet the drive. So this means that Draymond's man here is going to be open. So that means that Oubre really needs to come out and zone these two guys from getting the pass. And here's the kick out. That is a sweet pass. And we can go back and see what happened with Oubre here. Alright, I think Oubre just got distracted. He's got to be covering Melo over here. But I think he says, oh look, the ball is bouncing over here. So he just gets really distracted. Because right now, things are under control. He's covering Melo, Draymond's covering Covington. But then as the play unfolds, I don't really know what Oubre thinks he's doing here. So I think instead of going towards the ball, he's got to go guard Melo, or maybe even better, he's got to stand here to try to guard these two guys when Draymond rotates off the man to help. And why is Draymond rotating instead of Steph? Well, I mean, what is Steph going to do with Lillard coming at him full speed? I do appreciate this effort though. Look, so Draymond has rotated. Oubre's in La La Land. Steph is now guarding 3 people. And the ball gets kicked out. That's pretty sweet. But Steph actually does notice that that's what's going to happen. He reads this play. He's just way too far away to stop Mr. Melo. Yeah, that hurts.